With this now being Arsenal's team till at least January, and I still wanting to win the Premier League, Champions League, I mean, you name it, we want to win it, we want to go far in it. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of Arsenal fans, be very hot or cold on this topic of this Arsenal squad. Is this Arsenal squad strong enough? We have so many fans that believe that we haven't got ourselves a world-class striker, we still have so many holes, we aren't good enough here or there, and they have so many fans on the opposite, thinking that this team is more than good enough. If you looked at what we did last season, plus now we've improved by adding Calafiori, by adding Mikael Merino, even by adding Raheem Sterling, well then a lot of them are thinking, well then why can't we go all the way? Because we did so well last season, we have improved over the transfer window, why can't we go all the way now? It's a very hot topic right now between us Arsenal fans. So today I wanted to look at this team, look at it for the position groups, look if we have enough general depth and general quality depth, look if our starting 11 is good enough to go all the way in the Premier League. So that's what we'll be doing today. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, I'll start off with the goalkeepers. I think that is a good enough area for Arsenal. David Raya is by far one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. It probably isn't as strong as last season, having Aaron Ramsdale as a backup. Now we have Neto as a backup, but I still think it is more or less quite as strong. Unfortunately, Neto is cup tied, so maybe you're going to see someone like Tommy Setford get a game in the cup. But I think David Raya and Neto as your two keepers, I think that is fairly strong. I mean, David Raya is in his prime at 28 years old. Neto has a lot of experience, having played for Barcelona, Valencia. I mean, I can go on. He's 35 years old, so he'd be a very good backup and just a very good voice in the locker room. So from the goalkeeping perspective, I don't think anyone has any problems. I think our strongest unit, though, is the defensive unit. We have William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ricardo Calafiori, Jurrien Timber, Jakub Kiwior, Ben White, all of them able to play at centre-back. So by far and away our centre-backs are fine. Plus Tomiyasu, I didn't even mention him as a centre-back. All our centre-backs are more than fine. You look at the left-back position, again, Ricardo Calafiori, Jurrien Timber, Kiwior, Zinchenko, Kieran Tierney's on our books, Tomiyasu, all of them could play left-back. You look at the right-back position, you have Jurrien Timber, Ben White, Tomiyasu, again, right backs are very strong and very solid. Our defensive unit is probably our strongest unit in our squad, and by a mile as well. We have arguably one of the best, if not the best, centre-backs in the world in William Saliba. We have arguably one of the best centre-back partnerships in the world in William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. You have incredible depth at Ricardo Calafiori, Jurrien Timber, Jakub Kiwior, Ben White, Tomiyasu, all able to play multiple positions across the back line. I really struggle to see any flaws, any weaknesses in this defensive unit, and quite frankly, I'm very happy going into a season with this defensive unit. Plus, even keeping Kieran Tierney. I know I said in the last video I would have liked to sell Kieran Tierney, but with him being in the Champions League squad now, maybe I'm thinking Arteta wants to play Kieran Tierney a bit more. So I'm happy to keep Kieran Tierney even as a backup or as a squad player at best. I'm quite happy with that. I did make a video about the potential of keeping Kieran Tierney. I think defensively he brings so much, and it could help if we're trying to see out a game to bring on Kieran Tierney. So that defensive unit right now, I'm very, very happy with. Into the midfielding unit, and this is a unit that is kind of touch and go. I mean, we have a world-class player in Declan Rice. You have a world-class player in Martin Odegaard. But then you're a little bit weak, I think. You have Thomas Partey, Jorginho, Mikael Merino. And then obviously you're going to be having Ethan Nwaneri as a backup for Martin Odegaard. This midfielding unit is a slight bit deep. I think only depth-wise. I think quality-wise, of course, we have it. Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Mikael Merino, Thomas Partey. All of them are really good players. But depth-wise, I think we're slightly weak on that front. I would have liked to maybe have kept Fabio Vieira, especially after selling Smith Rowe. I get why we didn't keep Fabio Vieira, but I think having Fabio Vieira in this midfielding unit would have maybe added just a bit more depth into this midfielding unit. I mean, Mikael Merino is definitely going to add some good dynamism and some good depth and quality depth with his versatility, being able to play as a central midfielder and a defensive midfielder. Declan Rice can play as a defensive midfielder and a central midfielder. Martin Odegaard, obviously, as an attacking midfielder. I just think we're slightly deep there, and obviously, touch wood, this never happens, but if an injury bug hits our midfield, I struggle to see the depth and the quality of depth in midfield that's going to help us stay on course for a Premier League title charge. But hopefully that doesn't happen and we don't have to worry about that. But I do think midfielding-wise, we're a tad bit weak, especially after loaning out Fabio Vieira. On deadline day, if you'd asked me the attacking front, I would have said our attacking units is not good enough at all because we didn't have any backup for Saka. But after the deadline day, I can sit here and confidently say I'm quite happy with our attacking unit. Am I ecstatic? Do I think our attacking unit is world class? I don't think so. I think Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard as two left wingers, high level players. Leandro Trossard, a really slept on player outside of us Arsenal fans. Raheem Sterling being able to play as a left wing and a right wing as cover for Saka is huge. Obviously, Bukayo Saka, a world-class winger. Kai Havertz, a really high-level striker. Gabby Jesus being the backup. Again, another high-level striker. Like, our attacking unit is very good. And if no injuries happen, if we only have to worry about the Premier League, I really think this attacking unit, this midfield unit is good enough. But I believe that both of them probably lack a little bit in depth. But mainly the thing I am apprehensive about with this attacking unit is something that a lot of people are also apprehensive about, is the fact that we haven't got ourselves a world-class striker. I did make a video saying that Kai Havertz is good enough, and I still believe he is good enough. I mean, he's already scored 2 goals in the Premier League in 3 games, but I think having someone like Victor Yorklish would have just made this attacking unit a lot more scary with a lot more versatility. At the end of the day, I trust Havertz to be our starting level striker with Jesus as a backup, but had we got a world-class striker somehow, some way, it was very difficult because of the market, because of how much we would have had to spend. But had we got one, I would be very happy with that. Look, overall, I think it's fair to say that our starting 11 has enough quality to win anything, Champions League or Premier League. I'm not saying we will, but our 11 on paper could do that. Now, the rest of the squad has definitely gotten better. I mean, you compare Raheem Sterling to Reece Nelson, you compare Mikael Merino to, let's say, Fabio Vieira, you compare Calafiori to Kivior. There is a huge step up in quality in terms of depth. Our quality of depth has gotten better, for sure. And I do think that if we can kind of keep injury free, this is a team that is very capable of going out and winning the Premier League. We have a world-class defensive unit, we have a really high-level goalkeeper unit, and the midfield and attacking units are good enough to go out and win the Premier League for us. I just don't know if we're a good enough squad to go out and be competitive on all fronts and go deep in all competitions without suffering repercussions in the league. That is the only thing I'm apprehensive about. But overall, I'm very happy with the squad. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about the squad? Do you guys think we have enough depth? Do you guys think we have enough quality of depth? Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.